Shooting down my planes. A lot of points lost. At least none. There were shitty planes. I see how this could have been done better. Send one plane, then shoot at the target state that fire on it. Still, we're gonna do more or less the same anyway. The enemy should not have any meaningful big targets for us to fire at anyway, so... You seeing some shit? Yep. Well, it's a single unit sacrifice in exchange of silence and a lot of damage. Not satisfied until we get kills. I might have to reassign the aircraft. I mean, the guns can already shoot at these, so what's the point of sending aircraft after them? Especially because the aircraft are going to take some time to go anywhere. So focus on targets that are not spotted by the artillery. There's 2 aircraft going there already. They have lost the rockets. It's destroyed. Another one that will be destroyed. That building is without a doubt occupied, but I don't know if I give a shit. We could hold some of these back. I mean, there could be other targets popping up. Where are you? We can probably get almost the other side from this. Not even close. Well, I'm hoping the smoke will do its job. Every turn we are here is a catastrophe for us, basically. I'm going to get over it quickly. That's an interesting path to take. I need to go as high as possible. Not high enough. Okay, it's gonna take a couple of turns before we get to our fighting places. Not exactly effective fire. Without a doubt, there's going to be an ambush at the other end of this bridge too, so this is going to be bad time for us. But at the same time, we have to get across quickly as we possibly can. With any luck, they can also destroy the bridge with some. Barge carriers. Whatever happens, I need to test on these. They're so goddamn expensive to buy. So what exactly do I get from getting them? Single barge, maybe. Yeah, mainly the thing would be we might have a river crossing mission where I don't have the luxury of a bridge. So, or we want to cross somewhere else for whatever reason. I need to know, we get a barge, how effective it is ferrying units across, so we can sort of think about numbers we might want to have. Hmm. They don't blow up the bridge, they're fucking idiots. And now it's too late. Experienced command squad gone. Please see what we can do here besides just go in. Except we can't even see the fucking unit. They're killing the North Korean infantry by firing back. Usually you can't assault twice. Well, the first assault was sort of successful, I guess. Still, this type of resistance wasn't what I was afraid of. It's the inevitable anti-tank guns. So the question is, we have a decent amount of time. I mean, we could probably finish this in about a third of the time they've allotted us. So there has to be something else that we need to do. Fairly effective against infantry at least. Sort of hoping they'll shoot at the infantry. Reveal a little bit about what they are planning on doing here. We can drop a recoilless here. Not gonna be useful immediately, but it can provide decent area cover. Machine guns. The guys who went south, I don't think they are gonna have time to be useful in the entire mission. Not that it matters too much. Okay, you fuckers need to show me a barge. It had a barge, literal barge. To ferry armor and other troops across the river. Single one though. So, you would need quite a lot of barge carriers to effectively get any decent amount of troops across anything. Roger, retake control of this gun. Please don't. Exactly all that accurate shooting. These are bot units. I want to get kills on them. I should have used them as front units instead of wasting my core army scouts. There's a squad leader to lose. Like the worst possible unit to lose there. I don't care about the entire machine gun. Unlikely to cause any trouble, and there's gonna be aircraft shooting at it soon. Probably after this turn, in fact. Machine gun guy dead. recoilless rifle worthless. They have a billion mortars here apparently. Also the goddamn the bot unit got all the experience from killing the infantry exactly how I didn't want. Just send in the aircraft. We'll shoot the machine gun out of there. Don't have to send another aircraft to get it. Field gun. Oh, there are quite a bit of field guns. Right, just fire whatever you can. Don't really care. Probably should start with our own field guns. Field gun destroyed. What a shame. Only guy who doesn't see anything, probably because of that smoke. And crew abandoned the gun. Not sure why. There wasn't all that much going on there. Ah, crap. The positioning of the enemy seems to indicate that they sort of thought I would literally come across the river. Guess a heavy machine gun took damage to it, or our unit here. Okay. Persian, what do you see? You see a faraway crew. I don't care. Shoot twice. That has to be taken care of, although the field guns are probably a bigger threat. That's a mortar. We don't expect enemy tanks really, so I'm guessing we can sort of go wild with our shooting. Pouring for experience for our tanks. Can use the scout vehicle that we bought for this mission to weaken this. We can use someone else to kill it. Okay, heavy machine gun. Someone does need to return fire on that. God damn it. Stress that. Really good enough. I want to use the S platoon and R platoon tanks to do the scouting. These die, I don't give a rat's ass. We just need a victory out of this mission. Yeah, not unexpected. Someone's going to have to walk into these traps, so might as well be someone we don't give a crap about. It's another ambush? No. Well, that certainly is. I think that's good enough for us on this turn. The time is really not a problem for us. If they have proper anti-tank guns, I really hope they fire at these little shits. Yep. So I guess this. We don't really have to go on the ridge on this turn though, so I think I'm gonna just park a couple of scout units fairly close to the ridge. There's a good chance we'll spot any hiding enemies if we just stand here for a turn. Another scout. So trying to see if there's anything here. We don't need to stumble upon enemy units on this turn. But if we're in this position, we're much more likely to spot them on the next turn. Same thing here. Maybe heading back a bit. No. Forward, always forward. We'll leave something behind in case they want to retake things. I'd like to be able to suppress those guys a little bit. C group. C group is okay to just kill anything it can get its hands on. Might leave a C group scout here. Need to leave something after all. Definitely at least one squad already coming in our general direction. It's not. Oh. It's probably one that already damaged one of our scouts. Right, so it probably shouldn't be leaving a light units here for it to fire at. Although the vehicle I had here earlier had a weaker arm, these have at least two. Might have had a single point. No. No, not even that. Ready field guns need to be disabled. 120mm mortar could also run us through some armor. I don't want to leave this heavy machine gun here in a retreat state. That's something that you can reasonably recover from. Field gun destroyed. They're trying to retake this goddamn gun again. I think no, I don't want to leave artillery pieces here. They're just fantastic when we have to flush out infantry from dug-in positions. We have these infantry units that are not able to stay with the group anymore, not realistically at least. They're part of Platoon E, so part of the core army. Ah. 2-3 units are okay, are enough to defend this. Not leaving more. It's more or less 3 greyhounds that are defending this and a couple of infantry units. That is sufficient. There's a good chance the light tanks are going to be our most experienced tanks in the end. They have time to go into every place in these fights. Persians don't. They're always being left behind, and since there aren't really all that many tank fights here, more or less they're just wasting space at the moment. So you carried your barge, fill out. I want to. These are expensive. Cost 30 per unit, so they're very easy to destroy, and they can't do anything in a fight. So definitely worthless as far as we're concerned. I need to check where the bombardment is landing. I think it's more or less in okay spots. As far as we care, at least. Empty spots, another tank destroyed. At least the crew survived, that's weird. 2 tanks destroyed. Crew didn't survive, but it was a 4th tank. Another vehicle immobilized. The amount of units we are killing means we are basically not be able to recover really from such losses. But the other thing is, what the hell am I supposed to do about it? I can't do shit. I can be a little bit more cautious, I suppose, how I move, but that's still about it. I do need to get shit done. Really have the luxury of just sitting around waiting. Still some other units should do the heavy lifting here. We're so desperate to try to get this entire machine gun remanned for some reason. Hmm. Amazing. That's it. Okay. Got damage here a little bit, and another core army group. So I think they can handle a single heavy machine gun. Someday, maybe. Alright, we have infantry coming here, so I'm not too worried about defending this first set of flags. Any stragglers they might have is really not enough to get through all this infantry. They're marine squads, so they're pretty much anti-infantry squads. Persians. We have good targets to go after. Not really. Fine. Go after bad targets. Not horrible. Trading recoilers could technically still fire back at us, so probably not though. Why would I take the chance though? Right. So the Z group is pretty much spent. I suppose I could take positions here. There could be additional units here, but more importantly, we're in a fairly good position to harass everything else. So infantry moving around here is not going to survive for long. Another priest. Right, Tal, would you like to shoot at that one? I'm going to try to just smash this building. And even if that doesn't work, if I fire at it a few times, it'll be suppressed enough that any assault they might try to do is much more likely to fail. We're left with F group, but I want the sacrificial scouts to be able to move first. Spotting the goddamn thing. Well, that I want to wait for another turn. I suppose I could. I'm not sure I care to. What a shot. It's their HQ. Okay. Well, it was pretty obvious there's gonna be something there. Did not expect the HQ itself. Still not sure if it matters. One more kill and HQ's gone. We do need to go south. We could wait for these guys to get across, but the fight will be long over by then. Mobilized, but something. Less points wasted. That's a problem. That's a proper anti-tank gun. Yeah, maybe someone else should do the firing at this point. Problem is, I'm not sure if we have good targets that I would prefer to lose instead of that. Still, these are maybe a little bit better position to actually fire on. Okay, the important thing is to know is that they have such guns here in position. Here we go. And got destroyed. Well, that was pathetic. Shit, we are dead. We are not dead. More surprises. Yeah, it was pinned. Doesn't require a lot, but just pinned and the assault is immediately much less likely to bear fruit. Okay, another sacrificial scout. Can you see who it was? Nope. Still, at least the crew survived. It's a big deal. We were let in with the F group. Right. Hello, F group. Two anti-tank guns gone. I need to try to suppress rather than get kills. That'll do. HQ gone. Alright, that's a big win for us. Point-wise, but totally meaningless. Might as well position the recoilless rifle here. Not like we have better things to do. And the crew survived, all important consideration. Yeah, it's a veteran crew. Don't want to go back to recruits. Or standard issue guys, I guess. Not exactly terrible, they're just much worse than the veterans. I guess that's it. Anything interesting here? I think we're more or less shooting at targets that have been destroyed already. Not there, not there. Up there. This is the only one that's been destroyed. I'll just shift it around a little bit. Crew destroyed. Fuck. Crew destroyed. That's a big deal. Veteran crew loss. More heavy weapons. Not good, not good at all. Still, what the hell can I do about it? This time I could have done. I just only had the time. Just, because there's nothing for me to really win in these missions. So I want to sort of get over them. They take a ton of time to play through. The enemy probably doesn't have more than a few hundred points worth of units that I can attack. So if I lose a single really valuable unit, I've already lost. It's a frustrating way to play, and yeah, it's gonna be super frustrating when marginal victories no longer suffice, and the fun begins. Just die already. No! What the hell? Ooh, quite a lot of infantry on the move now. I guess because we took control of the flags here, they've started to move closer to us with everything they have left. It's perfectly fine. Just hate that they killed the crew. guess as compensation we're gonna try to whore as many kills as possible for the core army tanks. Won't be a lot, but I'd like to get additional veteran crews. Where the hell did this one come from? C group experience would be fine. There's a good chance we'll end up upgrading this anyway at some point. If it's a core army unit and if it's a vehicle, it's okay to get the kill. A little bit of much needed extra suppression. There we go. Ah, the barges are not included in the roster. I've been ignoring these for a few turns now, and I've been scrolling through the roster as normal. They don't appear there. I think we have a K group. Yeah, they're technically, I suppose, barge carriers. The extension of the barge carriers that you dump these into the water. They're being ignored. Good to know. In this mission is absolutely pointless. But in future missions it could be absolutely vital. What the hell do you even see? Single guy there. Good enough. Hmm. We need to get some vehicles on their mortars. That's a decent amount of kills we might be able to still milk out of this. What the hell do you see? We're left at F and the scout vehicles first. Two squads. He was pinned, so he didn't get shit done. Retreating units can react. can't though. Not sure I want to stay here with a unit that doesn't have any shots left. They're definitely aiming for those. Mhm. A little bit of a risky position to be in. Hmm. Fibers disperse. Don't care what units we kill, as long as we're killing something. We killed one single shitty North Korean infantry group. Yay. I think these guys could need some extra firepower. Hmm. I'm guessing once we're fight through these two hills, the fighting is basically over at that point. There might be some kind of remnant forces here, but nothing that's actually a threat to us. To press to the point we can't move. I think they're like a mortar left here or something. Barge! Okay, the barges are definitely included. They're just not in the list. These are not part of the core army group, so I'm not sure I want to really do anything with them. I suppose I could bombard this. Yep. It's a risky place to shoot at a heavy cannon. Be bad time for our infantry squad here, but I don't really care too much. It'll much more likely to just survive without any fuss. Naturally, that was impossible to see again, even though we've been staring at this location for some time now. Two kills for you. Make a veteran out of you yet. Okay, scout units first. If I lose a Pershing to something like this, then we're in real shit. Could you get rid of that one? Apparently not. Dude, that's trouble. Yeah, I know, knew it was risky, but didn't realize quite how risky. Another one we knew that's here, but why can't I fucking see it? I mean, he's ambushing me from that location. I'm looking at it with a unit that has pretty much no suppression. I can't see it. What about now? Thanks. Not that I can shoot at it, but yeah. Also failed assault. Right? Just, I was more or less curious how deep the defense here still is. And it seems like it runs to the end. You. Who the fuck are you? It's a machine gun at least there. Was it always a machine gun? Not impossible. I'm just a bit skeptical about that. No, now we can see it. Wait. In. I sort of don't want to get the Marines out. They're better when we try to take these flags, but I'm still trying to get kills for the tanks. Those are the units that matter. The infantry, well, to a certain level, the infantry is still very, very useful. Anti-air gun harassment. Yeah, I'm not sitting here with all these vehicles. The infantry can take care of anything that's gonna happen there. Nothing to shoot at. Might as well get moving then. Mortar destroyed. Retreating is not good enough. Routed or dead. These guys certainly could use help. Probably nothing too useful I can fire at. Yeah, everything's routed. What about you? Routed enemies. More routed enemies. Can't see shit, and there could be a lot of trouble still here. Better not fuss about this. We'll take it nice and slow. Can't see anything useful really. I doubt their infantry is capable of doing any kind of major assault on me. So we can drop some infantry to take these flags. I don't have to go and take them. They could still have anti-tank guns though. That's a real concern. Also could have suppressed that son of a bitch, which makes a huge amount of sense. Sure why I didn't. We're pretty much the only defender of this, so I'm not too keen on moving. They're pissing themselves so they can't move. The all important barges. Yeah, these guys will take the dozen turns that the scenario is long to finish this. Well, I did get out of them what I was sort of wanted. Learned how the hell that thing they work really. We should use the artillery for something useful now. Yeah, that scout car at the front is so dead. Okay, the 155mm howitzers are useful for something at least. Maybe well, we have nothing really to bombard that would be all that accurate. We don't want to create smoke because it will only hurt me. So bombard blindly at certain targets, that's pretty much what I can do. Well, if they have additional forces here, probably wouldn't be a horrible idea. Soften them up a little bit. We would be looking at anything close to the flags. I don't really have to do anything else but drive here and drive there. So if they have units somewhere else, I don't particularly care. We could try to send aircraft to some of these bushes that are next to the flags, for example, because there's at least a decent probability that there's something there. And they failed. They have my sympathies. Certainly have done the same thing like over and over and over again here and there. They have good rallying abilities. I've been routing their infantry and I have to reroute them every turn pretty much. The squad had no casualties. We're going to follow the same path of the infantry squad. Pinned, routed. Need to suppress the pinned squad. Reading is not good enough. Yep, needed to drop the infantry out. Kills. Kill number 6 and we're still a regular. Someone needs to go and help the vehicle there. Not gonna leave it on its own this time. You get yourself out of this trouble. Okay, what exactly can we do? There's a ready mortar there. We should just press it. Once it's pressed, someone can go next to it and finish him off. I have no idea how good the mortars are at reacting to things. I don't particularly want to try to find out either. And can't fire anymore. Wonderful. No targets left. Hmm. We're at D5. Let's send in the scouts again. Also, you losers probably should go here. Let's waste what time for the bar just to do things. So we can take 2 vehicles, bring them across, and not sure if that's all that healthy for us. Still, we can do it at least. And you can't see the guy who immobilized you. That is fantastic. I suppose I should be happy about the fact that a lot of these strikes that we've had to endure are just immobilizing strikes. It saves us a lot of points. And you need to go for the flags. Pretty much on your own here though. That's not healthy. If I see something, we see something. I could use the infantry to finish quite a few units here. Again, I don't want to. What would be the point? There's no immediate threat there that we absolutely have to react to, and the infantry getting slightly more experience is sort of worthless. What the fuck is there? I think it's a machine gun squad of some sort that has been withdrawing basically. It's nothing super dangerous, it just gotta be done that. That's why it I think that's also a reason why we're mostly getting immobilizing strikes and assaults. Because they don't have proper anti-tank weaponry. Why the fuck can't I see what it is? It's in some kind of mystery area that's impervious to visual. Visual detection. Yeah, just finish them off. These guys are getting a ridiculous amount of experience. This is not a bad thing though, because we have very few anti-air units anyway. This group needs to be moving faster. No, can't see it. Forever mystery, apparently. Okay, that could get itself under control and fire upon our units. I don't know, but I sort of want to keep an eye out on what's happening here. So one unit with a capacity to react is here. Now that's the retreating unit I was thinking about. So that's something different. There we go. Mystery Soul. Yeah, you're not getting away. Oh, there is one if about all what we're doing. This is surprisingly rough terrain, so it's not something that most vehicles can reach all that easily. It looks closer than it actually is when we try to reach it. So we might need some time, extra turn or two to get to it. It's not a big deal on its own, but it looks deceptively close when you have a decent amount of effort still needed to actually reach it. Yeah, these guys will never be useful, they're just too slow. Again, lessons learned, I guess. I think that's mostly it. And squad lost, because they're retreating towards the enemy. Nope. That's a surprise. They get a single kill, but they're both pinned. And we have infantry inside the tank that can take the flags as long as they have something to support them. Okay, let's start with the scout units this time. See what they can flush out. You. It doesn't work this way. These definitely have the carry capacity to take in whatever the unit is. Need to quickly ferry them across, pick up another one. I think the units themselves have to be on. There cannot be other units inside the units we're loading into these. That's the limitation. And we can probably suppress these to the point that they're routed. Good shot. Annihilated the entire squad with a single shot. Okay, we have still units that can move. Not many of them though. We're left with S2. Problem here is that I still need to scout these out with something that I can throw away. So the S2 unit would preferably just need to go in here and take the chances. Yeah, it is very tough to move here. So infantry out. Hopefully, if someone starts to fire at us or at a wing, we have enough capability to react to that. We might want to focus on luring such units out in the open, right? Might be a better use for our time. I don't want to fire with the infantry, not yet. I don't know if I have a choice though. It's gonna be inevitable return fire. So if you don't get the kills, you're just inviting trouble. Don't really see anything here. What we need to do is act as a guide for the vehicles coming in. Do we want to get rid of that? I suppose we need to get rid of it. Problem again is that this seems like an area where infantry is pretty much the only thing that can move around and capture things, and we have 4 turns left. So we can't keep doing this. Trying to reach that in 4 turns is only possible, but with a vehicle, it'll take 2 turns just to get to these, third and fourth to get to that. Not sure I have the time. Okay, someone is going to have to go there, and it's not going to be the Persian no matter what. That's good enough for now. Kill number 8. 10. We can't leave the infantry here. No telling how much trouble they still cause. We just clear them all out. Also, I think I might want to choose to send some of the greyhounds to the south. Might not be necessary, strictly speaking. But it's the one area that's most questionable. Can I capture it? So it seems silly to not send additional forces there. Especially fast moving ones. Go with the front assault force. They need to get the job done. Right. Situation here seems to be at least good enough that I don't really have to be afraid of not reaching the sites in time. Here we have fairly good control. Same here. Holy shit, you killed something. Okay. It's a bit risky to go to some of these places with our vehicles, but don't exactly have a huge amount of functioning sacrificial units, so proper units have to take the chances now. Mortar destroyer. You. Going after the enemy mortar is just valuable simply that they provide a decent amount of points. I certainly could use them after losing, so getting so many units damaged here. I think I lost, yeah, I lost C0, C platoon leader. Might have been the worst of it. Yeah, getting across the rough terrain that's tough. Still, the fight here isn't exactly over yet either. So I don't want to go too far in pulling away forces. This could still have surprises for us. Some kind of unexpected kill the enemy makes and we're in deep shit. Where the hell did the smoke come from? He must have fired smoke here. I saw him. I'm more interested in the rear mortars and things like that than I'm with the squads that are on the flags. I need to be able to clear this side pretty thoroughly now. Looks like a single mortar maybe. That's pretty weak. There's not gonna be anything happening here. Right. Just checking I'm not bombarding my own troops by accident. Oh shit. They're still getting infantry to attack the flags. Yeah, a lot of new squads coming in. We can suppress them pretty thoroughly with the artillery we have placed on the eastern shore. So I'm not too concerned about those things. You can't see shit. You move. Excellent. Job well done. Probably should not be using Persians to go in first. Recoilless. Go away. This guy can't move anymore. Can't see shit. Can't see anything. Holy shit. Well, that's terrifying. Still, in some ways, it was great. We have a secure location for units here. Do we still have operational scouts? No, no, we really don't. Still taking help. Ooh, there's one. And we're starting to get the flags. Right. This guy has to go for the flags. We're 3 turns left, and if there's unexpected trouble, there's not much of I can do. Yeah, trying to get to any of these on the next turn is pretty unlikely, in fact. Okay, what can we achieve here then? Pouring kills for the Pershings, pretty much. Yeah, you cannot be the one that goes in first here. There's a unit here. No. Yes. Actually, yes. Just chose not to do anything for a reason. It's 6 damage. General was ready to go. And we had an aircraft fire at this. I suppose it made some difference. Certainly got casualties on it. Everything's under control. Except this. I think I want to rush to the south, even though there might be risks involved. If I can provide even a little bit of extra suppression fire here to anyone, it'll be worth it. Okay. Hello, Mr. Crew. And with 2 Greyhounds, I might be able to take the flags, even if reaching them is initially very tough. Is everyone moved? Definitely not. I'll stay here. There's no telling where the enemies could still come from. Here, yeah, we need to go after the flags. Might be able to do enough suppression on the crew that it can't screw over the Greyhound in any way. I am not expecting to be able to destroy it, but if it gets suppressed a little bit, that's gonna be devastating for us too. Basically, it can't move anymore. Okay, the Shaffies are also fairly nimble. I think they might be more nimble than the Greyhounds, in fact. Any chance we could reach here? Maybe. Not really seeing anything anymore. And you're retreating. Blunt. Holy shit, we could see something. I think we're better off giving some support here, even though these are units both for this mission. But that'll make sure that we can't really be harassed anymore. The southern flags, oh, for fuck's sakes. You retreated in the wrong direction, but whatever. Yeah. Still, that's the only action taken to at this point, so it doesn't really matter. It's more about who gets access to the last southern flags. Everything else is just fluff. Padding our limited score, basically. Hoping it's enough to get the goddamn victory out of this after the damage we've suffered. Yeah, these trucks were pathetic. Waste of points. Can I get the priest? That's an anti-tank gun. Big one. Got damage, but at the same time we revealed it, and we're not in a terrible position. I'll take that back. Any suppression is good suppression. Don't give a rat's ass who gets the kill. The Greyhounds going to the flags cannot afford to do this kind of fighting though. That's the important part. Can we give... Yes, we can. Okay, the Howitzer purchase was a great purchase, really. Kill-wise, they're sort of worthless, I'd say. But the suppression is hard to replicate. There could be another anti-tank gun there, so we have a few howitzers ready to act. machine gun. Shit. Yeah. 40mm cannons don't do. They're not amazingly good weapons. But the one thing they do well is get rid of infantry. I guess it's black cannon. The fragmentation shots, basically. Someone's going to have to. Yeah, we don't have. We don't want to go in this side of the ridge here, but we need to get as close as possible and spot as much as possible. Suppress everything there is to suppress. Secure path for the scout vehicles for once. We might not be able to do what we want. Get there though. This probably should move first because it's in the best position to actually get somewhere. No, it is not. This one is. Remnants of a crew. Okay, that's quite far. Yeah, unless they destroy both of the Greyhounds, we can get the flags. All three of the Greyhounds, I'd say. Hardly matters. More or less we're going to be sitting still and shooting at everything we can. Survivors disperse. Yes. Ooh, that's ready unit. Hmm. These can't get to the flags anymore. Well, actually, yeah, they can because we have 2 extra turns left. But the fire support they provide is still useful. Ready units are not acceptable. It's just a crew, but it's still something that could pack things from me. Retreating enemy, but only retreating. I think I'll hold my position. Not everyone even has to fire anymore. I certainly don't want to stumble upon infantry squads while we're around here, getting extra casualties. Hmm. Hmm. Can't shoot at anyone. Can you move? No. We could put a smoke screen, I suppose, here. Uh, we don't, strictly speaking, need to kill them. We just protect the flags we have here. That's not too tough of a job. At the same time, I don't particularly want to leave them here harassing me, but not sure if I have a choice on that one. Okay, one is suppressed, the other one probably should it would that one too. Right now they're probably both they are not. They're not sufficiently suppressed. Shoot at anything you can. I do not need surprises at this point. Still, new units suddenly firing would be a bigger problem for me. Hopefully this will be the last turn. I don't see them having. Maybe a couple of infantry squads could cause a fuss, but they're not going to be able to take flags with a couple of infantry squads. Crap. Okay, I'm pretty sure someone can suppress that, so we can go a little bit closer. Well, that was amazing. Probably pinned. Oh, yeah, they are not even pinned. So I'm gonna fire some smoke there. That'll give our infantry the cover they need. I don't think I want to put anything in the barges. Seems like waste. Why are you so suppressed? Because anti-tank gun shot your weapons off. Right, that's a bit of a problem. Right, we control all the flags. Extra kills for us. I'm not sure if each infantry finishing shot is counted as a skill in this game. I haven't really been paying attention to it. I don't see why not, though. Alright, not much seems to be happening, which is a very, very positive thing. I don't want things to happen here now. I might want to send something to the north, or rather here, just so we can be sure that the enemy can't do anything with its infantry. But it looks fairly secure. Our victory looks secure. It's probably... Ugh, and they can shoot through smoke. Shit. They are trying to go for the flags though. Yeah, 833 versus 88, so it's a decisive victory. Thanks to us not really losing all those vehicles, just getting damaged. We did lose a bummer though, but it was the cheapest possible I could find. 342 men and 16 artillery pieces killed. Mortars aren't that expensive. I think we got most of these from the flags. Ignoring those, we could have actually had a loss compared to North Korea, even though we killed many, many more of their men. So what's next? It seems like they're what they can feel is constantly, well, two missions, getting a little bit higher grade. Veteran. Veteran. Two veterans. Not a huge deal. I guess we're mostly just going to repair everything. Don't really see a reason to replace anything at this moment. 250. So we have enough points now to replace 5 tanks and get them to Persians. I don't really see a reason for it now because of the infantry heavy missions. So Persians would basically just cost me decisive victories, make that totally impossible. The North Koreans proved to be concentrated near the Uijeongbu area, so UN Command decided to conduct a river assault just west of the town. Multiple crossings along the Imjin River will force the North Koreans to withdraw. Intel reports indicate that you will be facing mostly infantry with artillery support. Assault across the Imjin River and secure the hills beyond. Then we just play this mission. Yeah, it's the same shit except this time there we literally need the barges. And we need the barge carriers basically. We need a significant amount of them to quickly cross. I'm guessing, okay, what is the hills beyond? There's a lot of hills on both sides. I'll guess these hills. So we would start here, drive quickly to the river, cross it, right. I wonder how river gunboats will function, because you can't place them in water in this. Uh, we need sacrificial armor. We want cheap as possible. Barge carriers. For 30 points we get a barge. I think I want 6. Because this would allow me to at least try to cross in a reasonable amount of time. It's I'm not sure if that's enough. I think we want as many barge carriers we can possibly get. We want more sacrificial units though, so another armored car platoon. These are about as good as we can hope. Fairly maneuverable, easy, cheap as shit, and have two machine guns. They do need a successful assault pretty much to take them out, so yeah. Alternatively, we could take a couple of support artillery. They would be smaller caliber, but it doesn't really matter for the purposes we are taking them. 6 howitzers that would just either fire smoke and bombardment or direct fire to suppress enemies. 5 scouts is a little bit too little, I think, though. But there's a limit to how much we can ferry over with the barge carriers anyway. Oh, so we're starting at the wrong direction. We can position our... Yeah, there's a big problem. I can't actually position any howitzers in the location where I could have direct fire. Maybe this heal a little bit. That's 20, 25, that's 30. Yeah, that might work. Right, we need to get units on this shore, artillery and Persians, to basically provide cover for the barges to get across. And it has to be this. From there, try to reach the resting time. I don't think we should try to go separately for these. It's just faster to go through one secure location. Very bad units back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay, the mobile artillery has to go forward. We can leave the howitzers in the rear to handle things. And the all-important mortar, naturally. There are too many soldiers, but I know that. And we sort of need to get the barge carriers closer to... They're so fucking slow. I can easily overtake them with any vehicle, so the barge carriers should be at the forefront in the beginning, just to save a turn of time. 16 turns is not a lot of time. Hmm. Okay, let's see what we can shove into the tanks. Ah, and the howitzers. 6. Yeah, the only realistic place where we can somehow use them is this. Might be able to use the barge carriers to carry something after the barges have been done, but that's a pretty key, I'd say. Yeah, this can fire in a few locations, so it's not horribly placed. Same here. Not exactly amazing by any stretch of the imagination, but yeah, I can see these being useful. What the hell is that? Objective area. Oh, we got dug in. Okay. Not that it helps us in any way. Yeah, I can see this work. We just need to move the barge carriers to last, so they don't attract too much return fire. They have artillery, so it would be mostly mortars and infantry, maybe a couple of howitzers and anti-tank guns. So nothing we haven't seen already. We have enough of a support group with the self-propelled artillery and these artillery pieces that we can suppress them. So yeah, I think this should work just fine.